6 dynasties dominated the history of sports. Their impact still felt today. These dynasties rewrote the rulebooks, forged new paths, and set unprecedented records. The Boston Celtics, with 17 championships, stand as one of the most successful dynasties in NBA history. Their dynasty spanned over 2 decades, with Hall of Famers Bill Russell and Bob Cousy leading the charge. But the Celtics weren't alone in their dominance. Other teams, like the Lakers and the Sixers, also experienced extended periods of greatness. The New York Yankees, with 27 World Series titles, represent the gold standard for dynasties in baseball. Their dynasty, which began in the 1920s, saw the likes of Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, and Joe DiMaggio contribute to their legacy. The Montreal Canadiens, with 24 Stanley Cup wins, have been the most successful franchise in the NHL. Their dynasty, which began in the 1950s, was marked by the incredible talent of Maurice Richard and Gene Beliveau. The San Francisco 49ers, with 5 Super Bowl wins, are one of the most successful dynasties in NFL history. Their dynasty, which began in the 1980s, saw the likes of Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, and Steve Young lead the team to greatness. The Chicago Bulls, with 6 NBA championships, are a more recent example of a successful dynasty.
Their dynasty, which began in the 1990s, was marked by the incredible talent of Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen.
But why do dynasties form, and how do they sustain themselves over time? One key factor is the presence of a strong, visionary leader who can guide the team to success. This leader must be able to motivate their players, make key decisions, and adapt to changing circumstances. Another important factor is the presence of talented players who can contribute to the team's success. These players must be able to work together as a cohesive unit, supporting each other and building on each other's strengths. But that's not the only factor. A strong team culture, with a focus on hard work and dedication, is also crucial. And then there's the role of luck, which can play a significant part in a team's success. Even the greatest teams can be derailed by injury, poor performance, or other external factors. However, when everything comes together, the result can be truly remarkable. The key takeaway from these dynasties is that success is not just about individual talent, but about the team's ability to work together and adapt to changing circumstances. So, what can we learn from these dynasties, and how can we apply those lessons to our own lives? By studying the successes and failures of these teams, we can gain valuable insights into what it takes to achieve greatness. And by applying those lessons, we can strive to create our own dynasties, whether in sports or in other areas of our lives. The concept of a dynasty is not limited to sports. It can be applied to any area where people come together to achieve a common goal. Whether it's a business, a team, or a community, the principles of a dynasty can help guide us towards success. So, let's take a closer look at the characteristics that define a dynasty and how we can apply those principles to our own lives. One key characteristic is a strong sense of purpose, which drives the team to work towards a common goal. This purpose must be clear, compelling, and motivating, and it must be shared by all members of the team.
Another important characteristic is a culture of hard work and dedication, where every member of the team is committed to giving their best effort.
This culture must be built on trust, respect, and open communication, where everyone feels valued and supported. A third key characteristic is the presence of strong leadership, which can guide the team through challenges and adversity. This leader must be able to inspire and motivate the team, making tough decisions and adapting to changing circumstances. And finally, a dynasty must be able to adapt and evolve over time, responding to changes in the environment and staying ahead of the competition. By applying these principles, we can create our own dynasties, whether in sports or in other areas of our lives. So, let's take the lessons from these dynasties and apply them to our own lives, striving to create our own paths to greatness. If you found this fascinating, subscribe for more incredible stories like this. And let me know in the comments what fascinates you most about dynasties in sports. Want more mind-blowing facts? Hit subscribe and join our journey of discovery.